Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for June 6th through the 12th, 2016. So let's take a moment to take a deep breath and to focus and center ourselves in to our heart center and to just be aware of and be open and receptive to all the information that you will receive from your inner being's guidance. And what they want you to do is to keep your awareness on the alignment of your inner being. So what they're indicating is that there are these moments that come up for you where you get into a bit of criticism. You are, instead of being aware of information that's coming to you and allowing yourself to be in the receptive mode of that information, you start to intercept it with criticism. And this causes a breach in your connection with all of the possibilities and the solutions that you're looking for. So that is possible for you already within the alignment of your inner being. And so they want you to chill out, is the word I'm hearing. To chill out and just allow the abundance. Just to allow yourself to notice where the momentum of abundance is already active in your life. When you feel sometimes as though you are stuck and it almost feels like your heart has become impotent, this is obviously an illusion, because the universe that is within you is abundant. You are limitless. And when you feel that you have no longer access to the joy within you, it's because you have been too active in believing or convincing yourself, is what they're really saying, that you have to do work so hard just to have a little bit of joy, that you feel somewhat like you're helpless to this unless you exert a certain amount of pressure or effort or force to make things happen. And that's because you are not allowing yourself enough to practice being in the receptive mode, being in a place where you just allow yourself to just notice the abundance that's around you already. Sometimes it's just a matter where you feel like you have to know, you need the answers now, you need what you need right now, and you want what you want right now. And all of that is just you sort of railing against all of that is there for you if you would allow things to happen for you and to you. And what you're doing is you are in a mode of resistance when you're doing that, because you're assuming that through your perspective, through the ego's perspective, you're assuming that there is lack. You're assuming that that the universe has stopped flowing its well-being towards you. And this is a grave error for us to make, because when something is not happening or seems like it's not happening, this is the time for you they're saying don't worry, first of all, because in those moments it's not for you to worry, because they are favorably doing something on your behalf. They're helping you to adjust. So when you see the energy is no longer flowing, then you have to adjust. And that adjustment just requires you to look for where the energy is flowing. The thing is that you're looking for it to happen in a place where it's no longer happening. And you then, instead of saying, well, where is it flowing? You keep looking where you expect it to flow, and then you say, well, something must be wrong because it's not flowing. And then you say, there must be something wrong with me because it's not flowing. And then you say, that somebody else has caused you to stop your flowing because it's not flowing. And you get where we're going with this. You just keep coming up with more assumptions about why, because for you, in that state of mind, there has to be a reason. There has to be a reason, because you're supposed to get it from this point. And they are saying, no, these moments are for you to adjust and to let you know that you stopped following the energy trail. You assumed that you were following your energy stream, and you weren't. You stopped following your joy, and you started trying to manipulate your joy. And they want you to recognize the difference between this. We are supposed to flow with our joy. Just ride that stream, get in that boat, and release those oars, and just let the energy stream carry you. Once you start paddling, then you are manipulating your joy. You're not flowing with it. Do you get that? It's really, really important. So they really want you to understand that you lost sight of your energy stream when you jumped into the mode of manipulating your joy. You jumped into another ride, so to speak, one where there's no stream, and you are sitting in this raft with oars, and you've got to make it happen. And they want you to know that you can't be in two places at once. You've got to choose to flow with your own energy stream. This is the big picture they really want you to get here. And so then in that moment, stop resisting, stop fighting, stop struggling, because all that does is just close your access point. It just makes it contract, and you get into a really deep fear. And then you're just looking for your joy in all the wrong places. And so you have to adjust, relax, and then feel where it's flowing. And that means follow those signs that you're receiving. Listen to those repetitive thoughts. And even when they just do random things, just to say you're on the right track, like something will just repeat, and it has no meaning except that the synchronicity of it just is saying you found alignment. So this is one thing the angels said a long time ago. Synchronicity is an example or sign from them that you are in alignment with your source of well-being. And so whatever comes to you that encourages you, that encouragement, but you've got to be open to receiving that encouragement. That means you got to stop wrestling and just allow yourself to be nurtured, allow yourself to receive. They're indicating, and I don't know why they're doing this, but I have to go with what they're showing me, but when they showed me the breast, this means nurturing, and the breasts are covered in a bra, which it's kind of like sometimes guarding yourself sometimes, but it can also represent support. Depends on how it looks and the energy I'm feeling. But all of a sudden, the one bra turned into look like a cancer, and so they're saying that this is how we create illness too. All illness, no matter what it is. So we want you to take your mind off of my particular illness or diagnosis, and it can be as something simple as a cold or a rash, or it could be as something as extreme and as I understand scary as cancer. But the thing is that the energy that creates all imbalances throughout the universe in all situations, there is no greater or less than. And if we can get you to accept this truth first, that it's the energy of resistance. Good is the energy of you allowing your own energy stream to flow. And resistance or imbalances like disease or stress and anxiety is just a sign that you're no longer allowing your well of well your how do you want to say your wealth of well-being to flow for you. You are somehow manipulating your joy. That means you got in that energy stream where there is no stream flowing, and you got a boat and oars and you got to work, versus being in the alignment with your inner being and being where there's a infinite stream that's continuously flowing and offering such profound variety. And all you have to do is just be and let it take you. You focus your mind on what it is that you desire. Be receptive to the new thoughts and the inspiration, the opportunities and the possibilities that are proposed to you within that stream. And then trust that once you accept it in your heart, that that energy stream will begin to move you towards all those things in a way that will create an ease for you. So just be open to this and be very, very conscious of this. Do not resist anything, but just get yourself back into that receptive mode, and you can heal, you can create and solve and find the answers that you're looking for. Know that the angels are telling me that they want you to have faith because they are supporting you. They are surrounding you and they are loving you. And it is their desire for you to be healed, to be free, to feel loved, to be happy, to feel fulfilled in your life purpose, in your career, in every aspect of what you are focused upon. They have already amassed the success that you are looking for. It was known before you even asked. And all you have to do is focus on lining up with it again and again and again. And when you get off, don't criticize yourself because you got off, because there's always expansion through whatever process. You will always grow. So there is no going back. There is no, falling off the horse. What there is the getting up again, because there is an effect or an outcome that will yield itself from that experience, which will develop your inner strength and give you the courage to keep moving, and the wisdom and the flow of energy. So just get back. Just worry about getting back on. Okay? Just like a child, when they fall off of something, they're for the first time, they don't think of crying. They only think of crying because they see the look of horror on your face. And so that's the first time that they think that there's something wrong with falling off or falling down. And so we have to be careful of the things that we introduce to to ourselves these ideas, because falling off doesn't have to be painful or horrendous at all. It could be something that you simply just laugh at and realize that, hey, I can do this a better way, or I can and just get back on and immediately learn and keep moving. So this is very important. All right, so let's just take a look here at the card for the Archangel theme for the week. Okay, and this is very interesting because I thought I had by accident seen this, but also as I was shuffling, but also Archangel Raphael came through before the reading because I think I saw the colors, and he was speaking about family, and he was giving me a sense of our family's healing. So there is, in this week, truly you can expect that as you keep focusing on your alignment. So don't worry about what others are doing or not doing. Don't focus on your own energy and finding that positive center where you feel good. Because this connection just clarifies, brings clarity. And he's just giving me a sense that there's going to be a deep and profound healing with you, with whomever it is that you consider your family. So I know we all have, our blood relatives, but we also have friends and colleagues that we just consider family to us. But if there was some kind of point where some of your relationships were experiencing a great deal of strain, this is going to come into alignment. There's going to be a beginning shift where everybody is just going to stop seeing one another as their source of well-being, as you begin to get that healthy perspective of being your own and tapping into your own source of well-being. Jesus is also coming forward right now, and he's just stretching out his arms, and he's working with Archangel Raphael to help heal your heart. So he's really saying for you to, he's written the word one and love, and so he's just sort of indicating that we're all one in our desire to love and be loved. And as we do this, as we open our hearts, the love within us will do the work. It will indicate the words. So he's writing the word lab. He wants you to work in the lab of your heart. And God is coming forward, and when I see his name, he's writing the word game. He's saying some of the games that we've been playing in our relationships, like these check-off lists he's talking about. He's just show me a big check mark. He's saying these things are going to fall away. Because when you come from your heart and you really channel the knowledge, the wisdom that your heart offers, that love is an offering within itself. And when you tap into it and you are not trying to manipulate your joy, but flowing with the joy of your well-being, then you don't need those games. You don't need those check-off lists that he said they're fatal. They're absolutely fatal to your soul. He's writing this out in words. So he's saying here that he wants you to have faith, okay? He wants you to have faith, and he's writing the name Elijah and Daniel, and I'm not sure if he's referring to the stories in the Bible about these characters or someone that may be the name of these people, but if so, if these connects with you in some way, just there's something that he wants you to connect with in their stories, that joy, that faith, of being so deeply connected and trusting in God's love and well-being above whatever circumstances or things that are thrown at you, the things that people can say to you, or the things he's writing, the things that people bring to you or that have brought to you. He's saying that you don't have to focus on these points. You don't have to own this. You don't have to become a victim to these things. And he said, if you're having trouble with this, this is where you would call on the angels, and you can call on him and Jesus and Archangel Raphael to help you. Just ask them to, he's writing the word teach. He's asking you, he said, ask them to teach you, to show you ways to release all of this. And if you do that, and you don't worry about how it's going to happen, you let it go, you'll start to get the ideas. It'll come to you as loving guidance, and that you should be open to. All right, so wow, we've gotten a little, but let's go look at the card for the beginning of the week. This is very beautiful, and look at this first message here for the beginning of the week: release. Okay, we have the Archangel Azrael, and this card says the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. So this card is really speaking of endings, really speaking about you making changes in your life. And the angels are saying they're supporting you through these changes. They're setting up certain scenarios for you to look at and to see these things in yourself that you need to change so that you can make them. And if the contrast seems almost extreme, then this is when they kind of exaggerate something that you do, or something. What they mean by something you do, because you attract these things to yourself. And when they exaggerate them, this means that you are really ready to move past this. And this is not something you work through, like you dig into it and you dredge up all your stuff from your family history and blah, blah, blah. No. That's not what they're saying. What they're saying is you're going to apply up the practice of love. Because before you weren't. You were, it's like this whole thing. You instead of manipulating your joy, you're going to flow with your joy. You're going to flow. If you see the energy is no longer flowing, then you're going to sit back, and if you can't find it on your own, ask them to make it obvious to you. And then that situation that usually occurs, has been exaggerated, will go away. Usually when these extremes happen, there's usually two extremes, like the opposite ends are happening at the same time, which I believe one of my teachers calls a checkpoint. I think that's the term we use. But the thing is that what I have recognized is that it's clear to me which one to go with, even if and it'll be clear as long as you're not trying to resist and trying to force what you want. And just for the moment, it doesn't mean you have to go for always, but go with what's flowing. If those two extremes are there, this really good and this really horrendous thing, then just let that go and flow with that other. And that'll take you out of that energy. And what guidance is doing, what your inner being is doing, is showing you the path of least resistance. You get like, oh, this must be the plan for the future. No, just flow with it. You don't worry about what it is for the future. Worry about what it is, the relief that it brings you for the moment, you see. All right, let me just tune in and see if there's anything additional about this card. But they're just indicating big changes for some of you, huge in your finances, okay? So there's going to be an expansion for you where and they're showing me the third eye, which means that your source of well-being is going to be in the driver's seat, where you're going to shift in your sense of worth and where you're going to start to see rewards. They're showing me the bow, a bow within the third eye, which means that you're going to start seeing from the perspective of source rewards and opportunities. And that's how you are going to all of a sudden have so many opportunities in front of you, because you're now seeing. You're no longer seeing your opposition. You're no longer seeing challenges, but you're focused on the good. Now look at this again. The third week in a row, two major arcana cards for the first two parts, the first two halves, thirds of the week. So we have now the Justice card, Archangel Raphael. And this card says, fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. And so, I'm just drawn to this balance, the two pillars here. And there's that finding that balance, because he has the scales here as well. And letting go, and the sword here of light, letting go of those things, the sword. And notice how he's focused on his balance, and his sword, he's not looking at it, because where his sword is, whatever comes through there, and this is sort of symbolic, but whatever comes through that is not for your best and highest good, or doesn't feel good to you, then you automatically cut that off. You don't even go there. You don't even open it up. Like, don't open up the envelope. Or as this one teacher said one time, I said a few weeks ago, don't pick up the rope. Don't, because once you do, you get into a tug of war with somebody. So the thing is that you just keep focusing, like Archangel Raphael is doing here, whose name means the friendship of God. Just keep focusing on your balance, your inner balance, the balance that is already within you. You don't have to adjust the scales within your soul. It's already balanced. You just have to notice what it feels like, and then notice those experiences that are coming towards you that feel like it. You don't have to manipulate your joy. Here we go again. You only have to allow it. What fear means, you've lost the connection with with that inner balance. Don't think about anything else. Don't think about what's this profound meaning to this. No, just know this is what it is. You're practicing something that is not healthy, and then shift into a new practice that is healthy. So here's that healthy lifestyle that Archangel Raphael is talking about. I'm sorry, I didn't show you the card, but focus this week. You're going to focus on being the things that are healthy for your soul. Okay? What's healthy for your soul? What feels good? All right, and I gotta move along because this will cut off at 33 minutes. So for the weekend, we have the Star card, which we had before. It's come up again, and so this card is a symbol of hope, and knowing and trusting that the rewards of heaven, like in the jugs here, are flowing towards you. Those streams, that energy stream again, indicating that your plans, that the changes that you're considering. I'm getting a sense if some new opportunity or something a plan that you're working on, or a new job opportunity comes up for you, or a new relationship, that this is going to be a healthy one, that this is something that you can trust and go with the flow. It'll be as outstanding as your own ability to allow. So try to put up less resistance. Like, notice your resistance and find a way to ease it. Do something that soothes it for you, okay? And really just allow. Let me just tune in quickly to this card and see if there are any additional messages here. They're indicating, they're showing me a lamp, and so they're indicating that you're going to receive some kind of enlightenment. There's going to be some information that's, and they're showing me it's going to be a very nurturing time for you, just overflowing, where you just information and a shift in your whole perspective. It's like your whole perspective, your mind is refreshed, your outlook on life is refreshed and restored, rejuvenated. This is the words that are coming about in relationship to this card. This also gives me a sense that, when I see this card, of course I think about the star, the moon. These are sort of the astrological bodies, and so that there's some astrological significance that for you at this time. It's sort of a sense of a destiny, although we know you're creating your own reality. But it means for me that you're aligning. This is a card also for me of alignment, that you're aligning with your true desires. Okay? All right. So let's take a look at the card from the bottom of the deck. And we have another. So all major arcana. So this is a major shift. This is just showing you that that this is the underlying meaning of the reading. And so this is going to be a week here where for things are going to come up for you that are going to allow you to heal, that are profound revelations, intuitive insights, your source consciousness. You're going to just have a lot more awareness of things. So that means that you're really going to be able to feel on a deep, profound soul level, spiritual level, where you're thriving and where you're not, and really be able to make those choices based on that clarity. So just the clarity of this moon card is going to really bring. So pay attention to your dreams in this week. Pay attention to any intuitive psychic information that inspires you to try new things, okay? To do things that are healthy and rewarding for you. The Justice card is also, again, listening, being in alignment with your truth. So this card is just showing alignment and letting go and revelations coming forward. So I send you lots of love and angel blessings in this profound week. There are going to be some challenges, but they're going to be profoundly rewarding for you. And if you're looking for an angel reading, feel free to contact me at theangelschool.com on the service page, which you can find that link in the description below. As well, join us on Facebook for the daily card messages. If you haven't gotten there yet, you're really missing out. So like that page, subscribe to this page here as well, and I enjoy reading your comments and look forward to hearing how your week goes. So angel blessings to you all, and God's love. Bye bye.